All right, folks, let's talk about this DOCA pole saw head. And yes, I said head. This isn't the whole shebang, just the business end of the deal. You'll need to grab a pole separately, which they recommend be their own DOCA pole, but any standard threaded pole should work. They specifically mention using a metal-tipped pole, so keep that in mind. Now, why would you want just the head? Well, think versatility. They're marketing this as a 2-in-1 tool. Attach it to a pole for those hard-to-reach branches, then detach it and use it as a handsaw for lower limbs, brush, or even smaller logs. Pretty clever, right? Out of the box, it's ready to rock. No assembly required, which is always a plus. The blade itself is 13 inches long with a bidirectional cut, meaning it cuts on both the push and the pull stroke. They're boasting a 3x tooth design, which I assume means triple ground teeth. Honestly, I need to see it under a microscope to confirm, but the idea is a sharper, more efficient cut. They also mention a hard chrome plated finish, which should help prevent rust and keep the blade slicing smoothly for longer. The handle looks pretty comfortable with a good grip. It's important to have a secure hold, especially when you're wrestling with thicker branches. Now, they say it's designed for branches under 2 inches. I'd say that's a realistic estimate. You might be able to push a little further, but I wouldn't recommend it for regular use on anything significantly larger. You risk damaging the blade, or worse, having the saw head snap off the pole. One thing I'm curious about is the weight. They say it's lightweight, but without having it in my hands, it's hard to say how it'll feel after extended use, especially at the end of a long pole. That's something I'd definitely test out. Another thing to consider is the lack of a locking mechanism for the saw head. Some pole saws have a way to lock the head in place at different angles, which can be really helpful for awkward branches. This one doesn't seem to have that, so you'll be relying on the friction of the threaded connection. So who is this for? I'd say it's a good option for someone who needs a versatile saw for occasional pruning and trimming. If you got a massive overgrown yard, you might want something a bit more heavy-duty. But for light to medium tasks, this could be a winner, especially if you already have a compatible pole. The price point is probably going to be attractive, considering you're only buying the saw head. Just remember to factor in the cost of a pole if you don't already own one. Overall, the DOCA pole saw head seems like a decent piece of kit. The dual-use functionality is a definite selling point, and the features they're highlighting, the bidirectional cut, the hard chrome finish, suggest a focus on durability and performance. I'd be interested to see how it holds up in real-world testing, but based on the specs, it has the potential to be a really useful tool for keeping your trees and shrubs in tip-top shape. Just remember to grab that pole.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.